George and Leah Shackelford. We've been attending Brazos Pointe for close to 10 years, off and on.
At first I was just kind of going through the motions, following my wife more than anything, but I started listening more and decided this was really a church for me as well. It wasn't the typical church that I'd been raised up going to, and it kind of hit home more for sure.
So when they announced that the new campus would be in Angleton, we kind of decided that we would stay at Brazoria Road and fill in the spots that were left from the people who went to the new campus, and that was kind of us trying to make our own plans.
Well, our kids were real involved and loved their teachers, and we were very comfortable at Brazoria Road.
Yes.
At least that's what we knew.
So leading up to the first launch team meeting, I just wanted to figure out what was going on and what it was about, and just hear basically what they had to say. And pretty soon after going to the first couple of meetings, I decided that I felt like that's what God was calling us to do and where we needed to be as a family, and all I had to do was get them on board. So I brought George.
I was allowed to go to one of the meetings.
To the next meeting, and he very quickly caught the Mid-County bug, and we were just filled with excitement and ready to see what God had in store for us. Well, at one of the meetings, they separated us, and we were to sign up to where we wanted to be and what we wanted to do. So I told them I kind of, sort of, maybe might want to host a small group, but I wasn't ready to be all in and commit, but it was on my heart and that I would definitely start praying about it. And at the end of that meeting, George walked up and said, "Now, don't freak out, but I may have just told Greg that we'll host a small group at our house downstairs," which is the same downstairs that a couple of months before that had 6 foot of river water running through it from Harvey. During our Harvey experience, we decided that there was some way that we had to find to honor God for getting us through it, and it changed us as a whole. So we knew we had to do something to give God that glory.
And the way our house is set up, it really, in my mind, it just seemed like the perfect place to host a small group. We've got the spot, we've got the room, we just remodeled it. We don't have to do anything extra. It's there and ready, and we didn't even know what we did it for. And here we are. Now we have 6 to 8 screaming girls, 12-year-old screaming girls downstairs and throughout the place at least once a week.
And we knew that God was completely in control of that decision, because separately that night we came to the same conclusion.
And we never agreed.
And we never agree on anything. So we knew it was definitely not of our own decision.
Something else at work. It's not even just the small group. It's where I used to be just a sub for whatever part of the youth, wherever I was needed. I was then asked if I wouldn't mind being permanent on each Sunday to go hold babies. I'm probably not your typical baby holder by the way I look, but I can't wait to go hold these babies, rock these babies, get spit up on by these babies. It really brings another level to each Sunday for me, and I think Leah can say the same for where she serves at church as well.
I think before Mid-County and before truly being all in, I tried to control a lot of the situations and circumstances, especially how we went through Harvey, and stuff we thought was super important that all of a sudden, wasn't anymore. And we kind of learned to rely more on God, and that our plans weren't necessarily His will, and letting that go kind of took a little while. But once we kind of released control,
It was provided for us and taken care of.
things just
Better
started
than we could
falling
do.
into place. And it was like stuff that we thought could never happen or we would never be able to achieve or do. God shows us that truly relying on Him and giving it all to Him, everything else doesn't matter. You've got to rely on Him and not your own understanding.